Ooh, I accidentally went live on the other channel. Shoot. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hold on one sec. I'm gonna refresh my studio here. What is going on? There we go. All right. Well, okay. Live check. Microphone looks good. And we are ready to rock and roll. So I ended up accidentally going live on the main channel, the GG9 channel. So that's obviously a mistake. Anyway, welcome back, everybody, to the GGBL Gold Series underway here. We've got game number 6 on tap here tonight. So hold on to your butts because it's about to get real interesting. I don't have much confidence going into this matchup here with Carson Sova and Jonathan Piazza. Obviously, both pitchers having a really good postseason run. But I am a little concerned with OKC's offense and kind of the lack thereof with Richmond's in gameplay. So I'm a little bit worried. I'm worried we're going to blow this thing with a 3-2 lead. So, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into it real quick. Do you want to look at the sliders real quick? And everything does seem to look pretty darn good. And we have no changes. All right. Let's take a look real quick at the lineups. This is a deciding game, so it's got to be right. It's got to be just right. By the way, we are going to take fast play off and quick counts off for the full-on games here tonight. So we will be going with Jonathan Piazza. And the lineups, I would say, look pretty good. We've got, let's see, I don't know about Quevedo right now. Quevedo's really struggling here against righties. I might need to put somebody else out there. We got 61 contact for Boucher. Perry can play the, well, second. Yeah, we can't really have another outfielder out there. We could put KJ out there in the outfield. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? He's got 70 speed. It's about right there with Connor Altman. Altman would play first, but I guess that's kind of pointless because really just swapping those guys. I think Quevedo is going to have to get out of there. But 98 speed, guys. 98 speed. That's tough. If he's going to get on base somehow, some way, then he can steal. But you've also got Brady Dunn who can steal a bag too. Maybe we just don't rock the boat too much. That's also an option here. But we got 61, 53, 55, 64 with a lot better vision for Logan Boucher. He is on a cold streak. I wonder if we do that. I wonder if we do that just for tonight. Just for game number 6. Give Logan Boucher an opportunity. On the other side, I do have to take a look at their lineup just to make sure. And I got to actually go into the main menu just to make a change real quick. Let me know who's in the live chat here, guys. Leave a comment in the chat box. I want to know. I think they are going to go with Carson Sova, by the way. So you got Urker, Catfish, Karev. Yeah, there's nothing really that they might consider changing. Yeah, everybody else is kind of mid. So their lineup is pretty much set. So for Richmond, we are going to make a slight adjustment there. And give Boucher an opportunity. Give Boucher a chance. He's hitting 286 and 7 at-bats. We've got Quevedo in 50 at-bats hitting a $180. So I think that this probably is the right move there. Give Boucher a chance and actually put Altman up a little bit further. So, okay, let's get into the gameplay, guys. So again, we will be taking off fast play. We'll do a little hybrid approach, and quick counts will be removed for both games. Quick counts will be off. Clear skies. And we are ready to rock and roll. Here we go. Gold Series will be decided tonight for games number 6 and game 7. All happening tonight. At least that's my hope, anyway. That's my hope. YouTube has really sucked for this channel right now. There's just nothing. Nobody is getting those notifications. So I am gonna link this inside the Discord because we just are not getting people in here these last couple days. I wonder what's going on. Friday night was a bust. Now Saturday night, 9 o'clock. What's everybody doing? SGF's in the house. So SGF, oh man, I saw you. I accidentally went live on the main channel. I saw you commenting there. Hey there, Port. There we go. There we go. So yeah, man. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm glad you got the notifications going for Discord. YouTube, I guess, was not showing those noties. But I appreciate you guys tuning in here tonight. And we're going to have some fun tonight, man. We're going to have some fun tonight. I'm looking at my fantasy baseball stuff right now, too. So it's a close matchup. It's very, very close. Championship semifinal right now. So I gotta win tomorrow. Tomorrow night. Got to get it done. All right, hey, base hit here up the middle for Brady Berger. That'll start off the offense for the Oklahoma City Cyclones. Not the greatest start out there. First pitch hacking is Brady Berger, and first pitch base hit. So Richmond, obviously, with that 2-2 series, we know the story by now. They had a lead on OKC 2-0, and then blew it in Oklahoma City, losing 2 straight games after being up 2-0. Then, of course, in those tiebreakers, we have to simulate game number. Well, we got to break the tie. We got to sim games 2 or 3, simulate game 3s, and simulate game 5s. So 3s and 5s. If there's a tie, we break those through simulation. And of course, Richmond won that in sim, so they're 1 game away. But there's no guarantee that the team that's got the lead is got the advantage per se. We're 1 game closer, but I'd still say that this has been a very, very 50-50 series. And we just see that there with that base hit for Brady Berger. So it's going to be up to Jonathan Piazza to really take that reign, to be that number 2 guy. This would normally be where Alexei Shevchuk would thrive right here in these types of situations where James Monroe gave it everything he had, and now you're going to rely on the next best pitcher there to get it done. So Piazza got to find a way here against this OKC lineup. And yes, exactly, Board. Need Piazza to settle it. Yes, he does. Got him. Fastball, 96, right down Broadway. And Catfish wanted nothing to do with it. It's hitting about 198. You saw there in the bottom ticker there. So we got a 324 hitter here, Simeon Karev. He's had himself a nice postseason. 2 home runs, 12 ribbies, that 904 OPS. This is a tough hitter. You know that he's always up to leaving a bunt down, which could end up working out if they steal, and then a little bunt opportunity there, a little line drive right out there to Altman. He's going to make the grab. And it is a quick 2 outs here now for Richmond. And now you get Braden Leroy, righty against righty. Always a dangerous player. And you know what? When it's 2-0 in the series, he seems to be a little bit less of a worry. But now you get this feeling where you got to take care of business here. At home, he's good for a home run. And, I'd love to see his at-bats to per home run ratio. Like how many at-bats does he between the home runs? Is it 11? Some guys have 11 home runs or 11 at-bats between a home run. That's a lot, right? That's pretty much a game or 2. Not a game or 2. like basically like 3 games. Home runs every 3 games or something. But yeah, he's always tough. So now we get to see Carson Sova. He's got a 3.58 ERA. He was actually roughed up a little bit there with Richmond. But other than that, he has been dominant. So of course now with no quick counts for these elimination games, I mean this is for all the marbles. So we turn them off. You know, there's no assistance being had for the pitchers. So we'll see how he kind of works the count a little bit, how he attacks these hitters, and we'll find out what he's made of here. You got Kingston Mondesir way out in front of a sweeping curveball. He's got him 1-2. Gonna fire a fastball. It's going to miss a little outside there. 96, still hitting gun pretty hard. Ooh, good take there. A little sinker pitch. Ooh, good catch there, Nova. They have the stats in the player card. So, okay. The number of at-bats per home run. I never even noticed that. That would be interesting if they had that. All right, full count. They're not going to say that he went. I feel like he did. That was a pretty declarative swing right there. So we do get the walk. That's good. That's going to send up Scott Gonzalez, who's been a really nice player in this Gold Series. Finding the power stroke here lately. We'll see if we'll send Kingston here. I'm sure we will in this at bat. But Cozart's a pretty good catcher back there too, so he's no slouch. So Gonzalez is one of those hitters that loves to be aggressive when he's up in the count. When he's down, he's just trying to protect. He's just trying to find the pitch he likes. If he was down 0-1 right there, he'd probably take it. But up 1-0, he was swinging for the fences here, and there he is. So 1-1, evened up. Now he's in the driver's seat. Now he's looking to be more aggressive here. So we'll see what Sova likes to dial up with this next pitch and the location here. So there's Gonzalez. Base hit down the left field line. Berger's going to cut it off, avoiding extra bases there for Gonzalez, but now we got runners on. First and second for the MVP, Ricky Holberman. Hit a 2-run home run in game number 1, but ever since then has been pretty quiet in gameplay outside of the simulation. He's a sim merchant. That's basically how we've determined Ricky Holberman's game. He's just one of those guys that loves to wreck the CPU, but when it comes down to in-game, doesn't do too much. Strike 2. Sova is firing that 96-mile-an-hour fastball in on his hands. You got to think that he's going to try to go away here to Ricky here on 0-2. We'll see what they drop. They want to go back inside, and oh, he misses his location. He goes 97. He brought a little extra cheese on that one. 1-2. Again, outside. The sinker. He's thrown nothing but hard stuff here for Ricky Holberman. See if he tries to go with something a little soft here. 2-2. He does. The sweeping curve, and he didn't even bite. So we've got bases loaded potentially here for KAJ in the bottom of the first inning, excuse me. So full count. This is a big spot there for Holberman. Can he clutch up and get on base somehow, some way? He does. It is bases loaded for Kenneth Alexander Jr. And the lefty-righty matchup, you love to see it if you're a Richmond fan. 353 for the postseason for KAJ, and now he's just got to wait for something he likes. Because the worst thing you can do here is ground out and do double play. Or a pop-up, right? That you can't get the runner home. That's the worst thing you can do. So you don't want to get you want to get too aggressive. You want to find the pitch you're looking for and do some damage. And that one's just going to miss. He must have been looking elsewhere. That was a really borderline pitch. You could have been down 0-2 right there. So we got a 1-1 count here. Sova's going to miss to the outside yet again, and he is struggling to find it here. A walk to Mondesir, a base hit to Gonzalez. Again, up in the count, 2-1. Lederman draws a lengthy walk, and now you got a 2-1 pitch here to Alexander Jr., and he misses with the palm ball. It is 3-1. He's got to be sitting dead red right here. KJ in the driver's seat. He takes the fastball low and away. It gets Silva back into the count, although he's still down. Full count, bases juiced, and KJ lifts a fly ball out here to left. I think they might be able to send Kingston. He's got enough speed. Here comes the throw from Brady Berger, and Kingston will score. It is 1-0 Richmond, so that is still a good at-bat. I would have liked a base hit, but we do get the ribby on the board. That's what counts. First inning, we got Carson Silva on the ropes right here. And now you got Ryan Berger up, and you can still get a base hit here. You can still draw a nice walk. I mean, he's got 13 balls, 11 strikes, 24 total pitches. It's not looking too efficient here for Mr. Carson Silva. 0-1 to Berger, hitting .220 on the postseason, and he's still trying to find his timing by the looks of it. So 0-2, we have noticed that they like to come in on Berger with the soft stuff. We'll see what they draw up here. They're going to go soft stuff away, and Berger Ks. So he helped him out when he didn't really have to. The palm ball is going to get Berger to strike out, and it wasn't really that great of a swing, but now we turn it over to Mr. Hot Hands here, Chris Addison. And looking at that batting average at .260, I wouldn't say that, you know, he's had a hot postseason, but there he goes again. Deep fly ball to left field. It is gone. It just reaches over the fences. 3-run home run for Chris Addison. And he stays hot. .4-0 Richmond, a 4 spot here in the first inning, and man, what a shot into the night. Woo! There you go. Now, hey, pitching just can't blow it, okay? This is the thing. This is the thing. Altman steps up now, and he's a good hitter against right-handers as well. So Silva trying to find it, man. The youngster trying to find it. There's a base hit for Connor Altman. So Richmond keeps it going. They keep the line moving. And now here's Logan Boucher. Has not played since we played against San Francisco in the divisional round. So he's getting a start ahead of Julian Quevedo. He's hitting a .180 through a bunch of at-bats. So he has gotten the bulk of the playing time. So we are giving Boucher an opportunity here to do something. He's got good vision. Not the best against right-handers, but he's not going to offer at bad pitches. So that's really valuable here at this point against a struggling Carson Silva. So swing at pitches inside the zone. If you've got good vision, that's lovely. That's what we need right now. Run up that pitch count, says Portugal. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Here's a swing on the palm ball, so it's going to be a foul ball. So 2-2. Silva could get a much-needed strikeout right here. Needs it badly. He's going to be vying for it, and he does get it. Nice palm ball there, 85. And Boucher strikes out, but Chris Addison, the big home run. 3-run homer. And the good boys stake out to the 4-0 lead. But OKC is never dead. They're never out of it. So if you're Richmond, you definitely want to stake out to a big time lead for Oklahoma City. You got to have some confidence though that you can come back. You got the players to do it. Berger, Clayton's a good player. Even the CPU guys like Dixon and Cozart and Jordan, those dudes, they can hit too. So this lineup is tough. There's something. Strike call, hit 97 on the outside corner. Crazy G's in the house. Hey Dalton, what's going on, man? He says F and A, man. Let's go OKC. Yeah, that was not the best inning. And you know, for Oklahoma City, they've got options. They had options going into this game for sure. You know, but you know what I forgot to do? Elimination game. I forgot to put those other dudes in the pen. Nice pitch right there. Clayton's going to strike out. Looking. Yeah, I forgot to do that. Guys like Connor Slater, like he can pitch in this game. Escobedo could pitch in this game too. So, not sure how you guys want to manage that, but I think what we should probably do to make it fair, because we would have done this anyway prior to entering the game. I just had too much on my mind to get in here. So what we'll do is when they start getting people stirring in the bullpen, whenever that is, I don't know, but let's take control over OKC and let's vote as a community who we want to put in. Do I want to put in Slater? Do we want to put in Escobedo? Because those guys need to get utilized if you know, they're still losing. If they're losing, and if they're down, or if there's a crucial spot, you can't really leave those guys. It's just like Madison Bumgarner in real life, you know, when the Giants won the World Series. And you see it from time to time. Like, I think Kurt Schilling came in to relieve in one game, or it was Randy Johnson. I don't remember which one it was, but it was in the 2001 World Series, Yankees Diamondbacks. So it has happened in real life. You get the starters to come in with a little bit of relief appearance. So, yep. Anyway, so we'll see how it plays out. See if it's needed. But, all right, so Brady Dunn strikes out. That was not a good effort there. So if anybody, looks like Brady Dunn needed to be the guy that got out of this game, not Julian Cavedo. All right, 38 pitches in the second inning, and Kingston Mondesir. We are back up to the top of the order with one down. So you could get 1, 2, 3. Even KJ could come back up to the plate with some runners on base. So you know that in the back of your mind if you're Mondesir, or if, you know, you're Scott Gonzalez, 1 and 2 hole hitters. You got to find a way to get on base. Not going to do it here. Berger does get the play made at first base. So 2 quick outs relative from the last inning. And now we started back up here with Scott Gonzalez. A single in the first. Looking for another knock here. Hitting 97 again for Sova. So he's reaching back just a little bit extra. He's been hitting 96. Now he's hitting 97, getting a little bit extra on the MPH. 1-1 to Scotty G. That is a line drive right back to Clayton, and that was a much-needed inning for Carson Sova. Big time. Big time. Go into the bottom of the third with about 40 pitches. You're back on track, you know. But now it's about the bottom of the third. Can you limit yourself to 40 pitches by the end of that inning? That's a big one. So here's a deep drive by Dixon. That is off the wall, or over the wall, I should say. Almost a home run. Would have been nice there for OKC, but they do get the leadoff man on. It is a leadoff double. And now we get 9-1-2. So you've got potentially OKC's top of the order ready to do some damage here. That would have been nice to get 8-9-1 for a 1-2-3 inning. But beggars can't be choosers here. 0-1 pitch, gonna swing and a miss. Jordan had 160 hits in 162 games, so about 1 hit per game. In the postseason, he has not been very good. 156. But he has come up in some moments with a couple big hits, a couple big runs. RBIs, I should say. Now he's worked it back here to 2-2. Piazza's, this is an important inning. Got to kind of settle this thing down. He's worked it now back to 3-2. You do not want to lose him right here. This is not a part of the order for OKC that you want to really mess with, given the next guy is coming up. And he does mess around, and he loses the 156 hole hitter. You're kind of struggling with the words here tonight, guys. A 156 average hitter, number 9 hole hitter. So now you get the 1 hole hitter, Brady Erker, already a single in this ball game. That's going to catch the inside corner, a little curveball, inside strike to go up 0-1. Dalton says, all right, let's go, boys, after the double. And then the walk, of course, it's going to help. But Piazza seems to be missing a little bit outside with some of those fastballs. And I feel like if you try to get in and you leave one hanging like that, that's going to hurt. Here comes the throw from center field. Mondesir, that's going to be a little bit off. Should be scoring a run, and it is. So Erker goes 2 for 2 now with a base hit, drawing blood on the Richmond scoreboard. So OKC's coming back here a little bit here in the top of the 3rd. Piazza. Got to calm it down, man. Calm it down. Make sure you guys are leaving a like here on the stream if you enjoy the GGBL. Of course, it helps with the algorithm and making sure that this gets recommended out to more people. Here's a basic. No, little ground ball. Gonzalez, that's Burner. What is he doing here? What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we going to 3rd? I know Catfish has got some speed, but... Oh, jeez. Now we get Simeon Karev. We still have the double play in order here, but Karev's a great hitter. Runners on the corners, guys, in a 3-run game. Karev did not make the All-Star game last year, but he has been a 2-time All-Star. Now Holberman's going to track... Oh, no! Ricky, what are we doing? He throws the ball away. They're going to get another run here, aren't they? It is 4-2. Holberman thought about throwing it to home. I don't understand. I don't get that. You got a hot shot ground ball. Just go to second. Go to second. It was almost like it got hit so hard and he bobbled it that he thought that there's no way he could get to. So you might as well go after the guy right in front of you. But throw the ball. If that's what you want to do, throw the ball. So now it's 4-2. You got 1-1 pitch here to Leroy. He does pull this foul. And this is not good. This is not good. You need a big strikeout here. And that's a hard one to go get. That's a little pop-up into shallow outfield. Gonzalez will make this catch. And are they tagging? Are they really tagging? Wow, okay. So he does get this back into home. But, man, the damage has been done, and there could be more of it right here. So Berger, the 5-hole hitter, he's been pretty clutch in the latter parts of this postseason. The ALCS, the Gold Series, he's been good. 0-1 pitch here. He does cut on and miss. He was way out in front of that curveball. He was anticipating a fastball. 0-2 to Berger. 42nd from Piazza is going to miss. A little curveball outside. That is just all of that the defensive lapses right there just did not need to happen in that inning. 1-2. Base hit down the left field line. That's going to score 2 runs, and the game is now tied. Berger delivers a big-time knock. And it is 4-4. That's going to miss outside. Slider. Another slider missing. So the first inning struggles by Sova. Third inning struggle by Piazza. Nice play by Berger here. Beautiful play, but we got to hit it. There you go. Nice scoop by KJ. That is a potential extra run saver right there. I mean, yeah, that would have been a run saver for sure. That was the lead right there for OKC. 100%. Berger would definitely score on a base hit up the middle. Yeah, 100%. So now we turn it over here. Ricky Holderman steps up. And he's got a walk in his last at-bat. 0-1 pitch here from Sova. He's going to miss high and in. We got a 1-1 here from Sova to Ricky Holderman. That's going to miss as well. Holderman just does not really offer a whole lot at those bad pitches. But there are times where he has some weak contact. Might be the age maybe getting to him here. 2-2 pitch. That one is in the dirt, so he's got a potential walk again here. But it all relies on this next one here. Full count pitch, and Ricky offers it. That one, 97 miles an hour. Sova kind of settling down here at this point. KJ trying to pick up his teammate here. Now 51 pitches upcoming here from Sova in the third. What is up, Rashad? What's going on, my man? That's a base hit. Up the middle. KJ is on. Ryan Berger looking for a little bit of redemption. We were hoping that Holderman and Ryan Berger had some redemption in their bats from that poor top of the third. We'll see if Ryan Berger can have a little response here. It doesn't look like it. Fly ball out to Berger. He's going to make the catch. And we got 2 down in the third inning. And that'll send up, if I can get to the next screen here, Chris Addison. There we go. Here's your guy right now. 3-run home run by Addison in the first inning. Would like to have another one for sure. He's already gotten a Sova. Let's see how Sova decides to work this at bat. That's a base hit up the middle. There you go. So 2 straight hits, perfectly timed. But we're looking for a little extra base power right there. Single to single, station to station is nice, but we're looking for something in a gap. We're looking for something to drive some runs home. That'll help. But Connor Altman swung on and missed. 96 on the outside corner. 0-1 pitch here from Sova to Altman. He's going to take that one. Sweeping curve. Just nicks the outside part of the plate. So we'll see. Altman's down 0-2. Offers at the four-seam fastball, high and inside, and strikes out. Huge pitch right there from Carson Sova to shut down the threat. And we go to the top of the fourth inning with 7, 8, and 9 coming up to the dish. If you can tell, there's a little disappointment in my voice. I don't think that's hard to understand why. Some of the goofiest, most random stuff you've ever seen happens to the Richmond Good Boys. Or, if you want to take it a step further, it happens to me. It's like, what? Why are we? What was that inning? What was that top of the third inning? Good pitch there. Running fastball from Piazza. Well, it's just stupid. It's stupidity. It's like I've never seen the CPU do any of that stuff before. Ever. Never. I never see that stuff happen. Like, why is Berger getting that ground ball and he doesn't even go to first base? Like, I know Catfish has got speed, but they always go to first. Always. They step on second, they go to first. They try for the double play there. that's what you do. So why did he have to do a little spinorama and go to third? Not like he, whatever. That's neither here nor there. But then you get the ground ball to Holberman, and then he's taking extra steps to go home. He doesn't throw home. He then makes a harder throw for himself to throw to second base. Overthrows, cost us a run. It's disastrous, man. It's disastrous, and it just doesn't need to happen, but it does happen. It's the goofiest stuff. We're throwing a no-hitter in the 9th inning, and then the reliever comes in and blows it, and blows the entire game to boot against Colorado. So it's just like constant. It's constant rando, weird stuff. And I don't know. They've got some demons, I guess. I don't know. That's, again, they had Dixon 0-2, and now he gets a base hit. That's going to send up Ken Jordan to the plate. In a 4-4 game here in the 4th inning. Little ground ball. Are we going to go 2? Yes, we will. Do we turn it? Yes, we will. All right, double play ball. That's how you do it there, Mr. MVP. Oh, my God. All right, double play. So, I'm trying to be as neutral as I possibly can, but, I mean, after 4 seasons of the random BS, like I'm getting a little agitated here. Just a touch, just a scotch. Boucher, little ground ball foul. Hey, but the good news is we still got 2 games if they don't win this one. Ground ball here to Leroy. Off the 1 hop, he will toss out Logan Boucher. Now we get Brady Dunn, who's got a .302 average in the postseason. Really not a lot of power to speak of. He does not have a home run at all. And Urker's just not going to be able to get there. I thought for a split second, I thought he was going to get there. And Brady Dunn's actually a 3-time All-Star. Year 1, year 2, not year 3, but year 4 he was an All-Star. So he missed out on season 3. Kind of crazy, but hey, nice play there by Dixon, and now we got 2 outs. And now we're at the back at the top of the order here with Mondesir up to the dish, and he offers at a bunt at his eyes. Oh my God. 0-1 here. Sova misses. Pitch count still pretty high for Sova. That first inning is coming back to bite him here a little bit. Offered at that one. Umpire says he did go, so sinker does work for Mondesir. Strike number 2. We'll see if it goes to the palm ball, probably. Yep. Four-seamer. Probably, not probably, probably. I told you guys I'm struggling there with the commentary tonight. I'm struggling with the words. Exhausted. It's been a long week, man. All right, so Richmond's 4th inning. Can't get anything moving. We go to the top of the order here for OKC. Berger's 2 for 2. He's got an RBI single, and then he's also got another leadoff single there in the 1st inning. Piazza is trying to find it here. 65 pitches. That's a pretty good pitch count for the moment in time that we're here in the game. Here's a throw to first, and Berger's got him, but just barely. Berger was maybe 1 foot away from being safe. But Piazza has been, I would say, he's been effectively wild. That's kind of how I'd classify him. He misses his spots often, and he gets hitters back into the count, back into the at-bat. And it always seems to me that OKC usually comes through with 2 outs. So, Karev with nobody on could do some potential damage right here. Of course, he's a really good player. He's got to be careful with him right here. 2-0. Might be thinking fastball, might lay down a bunt. He's always capable of doing that. Portugal says KJ probably yelling in the dugouts, quoting, quoted saying, "Stop doing stupid probably." All right, so we got Leroy on deck. Of course, Karev is a stolen base attempt. He's a stolen base threat. And a stolen base away from making this inning a lot more interesting. Right, Braden Leroy's got some extra base pop. Obviously a good hitter. Currently 0 for 2 tonight. They do pitch out in the first pitch of the AB. Leroy can now play out front a little bit because he's ahead in the count. We do get Karev taking off, and the throw down is obviously not in time. Karev got a nice jump. And now, again, we do get a more interesting inning, don't we, after the Karev stolen base. And now we got a low ground ball here. Leroy pulls it foul. Piazza looking for a strikeout. This is so big. So big right here. Miss a little bit low. 2-2 pitch upcoming. Piazza to Leroy. He just misses on the four-seamer. And now you got Berger waiting on deck. So power in the meat of this order for OKC. And we do get a line drive. That's a base hit. Into the gap. It goes. It will score Karev. And OKC takes the lead 5-4. Braden Leroy comes through with the knock. And it was a clutch one. Now you got to go get Berger, who's already got a double and 2 RBIs in the ball game here. Trying to limit this damage, keep your team in the game. One from Piazza. Here's a foul. Hard hit. 81 pitches for Piazza. I would probably say he's got one more inning left. Little tapper. Holberman. Little high throw, but he does get the speedy Berger, and OKC takes the lead, man. So, hey, they're fighting. They're fighting. They've got a chance here to tie the series back up 3-3 and force a Game 7. So pretty crazy, right? I mean, you look at the difference between both of these pitchers. And you had Silva struggle in the first inning. He's got his pitch count down to 68. He's going to hit in the 70s. But Piazza's in the 80s, in the mid-80s here, after the top of the 5th. So it's just a spin, a total complete shift for both these pitchers after the first inning. One had a really crappy first, and the other had a pretty good first. And it's since just completely turned on its head. So now after the walk, Scott Gonzalez is on, and it's up to Ricky Holberman here, 0 for 1. He does have a walk to his credit, and now Gonzalez does go down to second, but he does slide just underneath the tag from Leroy, and Kozar was just a little high on the throw. I think that might have cost him the out right there. So Holberman with a man on base in scoring position. He does foul it off. It's the first strike in the count here. Tossed him up the sinker. If I'm Ricky, I'm probably looking for the palm ball or something. Something soft here. He does get it. A little sweeper at the outside corner there. Need a clutch hit from Ricky Holberman here. Has not done so a lot in this postseason, but he does offer at an inside pitch in the sinker. Trying to protect. Looks like he's got that two-prong grip there, and the sinker does get Holberman there to strike out. Looking 7 strikeouts now for Carson Silva, and it is now up to KJ, who is 1 for 1 with a ribby in this ball game. Here's the 0-0. Gonna hit the outside corner here. Four-seamer. AJ looking for a base hit here. Potentially more. That's going to be a hard hit ground ball to Berger, and that is out number 2. Good Boys just cannot get the middle of the order here going. Last couple of innings. Silva's figured him out. He's adjusted. And the Good Boys offense is not. That is the name of the game so far. Adjustments. Ground ball. Could be through, but Leroy is there to make the play. It's a beautiful play. Of course it is. Why is it not? And the Good Boys will not get it done here yet again. So it's up to Gene Slaughter now. 9 innings, and his ERA is pretty good. I think it's like a 1. Is that what I said? That's what I saw. Clayton, near ground ball. Not going to get him. Why would he? Ground ball, double play potentially here. Got to make some good throws around the middle of the infield. We do get the double play. There we go. All right, so 4-6-3. And now Kevin Dixon, who is 3 for 16 in the series. That is including his 2 hits here tonight. He was 1 for 16 going into the ball game. So Piazza, for whatever reason, couldn't figure him out. Slider going to hit the outside mark. Four-seamer's just going to miss. Gene Slaughter trying to get him to fish, I guess. 1-2 here to Dixon. He's got him. Okay, so Slaughter can figure these guys out, I guess, but Piazza maybe not so much. So that is going to do it now for Carson Silva, and they will turn it over here to Mr. 5-0 in the postseason. He's pitched in 9 games. He's been a workhorse. 20 Ks and 4 walks for Gustavo Caballero. He's got to face, again, the red-hot Chris Addison. Takes a ball up there high. They've still got some people throwing here in the pen. They've got Jamie Gonzalez and Jerome Capel. It's, again, 2 relievers that they love to go to in these middle innings. 1-0 here to Addison. He's just going to miss. And, you know, a guy that's hot is not going to swing at those. A guy that's cold would swing at those because he's a little desperate. But Addison spits on that one. No reason to give the pitcher an extra strike or a ground ball, right? Ground ball to Leroy. Fires over first. He is a solid-looking fielder, man. Makes that play, and that's the first out of the 6th inning. Rico says, "Good boys, gonna good boys." Yep, pretty much. It's one of those things, man. I'm starting to, like, yeah, there's some frustration building on my end, but on the other end, it's almost like I should expect it. You know, I should expect it because it happens all the time.
Nope.
It's happened for 3 straight seasons.
2 straight.
3 straight years. I guess my biggest thing is I don't want to be the butt end of a joke. Like, my team, Richmond, is going to be the butt end of a joke. Like, we're seriously going to go 4 straight times and not have 1 to show for it. That's crazy. It's hard enough to get there. It's hard enough to not have 1 out of the 4. That's what's crazy about it. But whatever. I guess. Right? It's just Pixel People baseball. Right? But you start looking at the frustration comes into, like, how much time you spend on it, and of course, you know, you're trying to do what's right for all the other teams too, but you're also trying to find different ways to get your team better as well, and doesn't work apparently. All right, so that is it for the bottom of the 6th. We will go to the top of the 7th, and of course, Good Boys running out of outs here. They've got 7, 8, 9. innings left to go. We've got 9 outs left. 9 outs left. 7th, 8th, and 9th.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
So Slaughter needs to do a job here. 9-1-2 upcoming. We'll pop up back to the backstop foul. Jordan 0 for 1 tonight. And he offered at it, but he didn't commit as much as we thought. 2-2. Be a little bit foul. If they put in Jose Navarre, I'm gonna be livid. I'll be livid if they put in Jose Navarre. You know he's gonna give up he's gonna give up more runs. In the 8th inning, you just know it. Little ground ball here to Hoberman, and he will make the throw across the diamond for the first out of the inning, and you just go back to that 3rd inning. That's what really cost us this game.
Number 7.
You go back to that 3rd inning where there were just some weird defensive plays and you don't really know like why or what happened, and I don't know what happened here, and Brady Erker's got another hit and he's 3 for 3 today. Like, what is going on, man? We can't make that play in left field. Holy crap, dude. So Catfish 0 for 3. Berger takes off. Addison has yet to throw out a runner, I think, in this series. You know what? After the stream, I'm gonna have to go back and look at the box scores, but I think that's a legit stat. He has yet to throw out a runner in sim and in gameplay. I'm kind of hoping that Erker tries to go for 3rd, because we know that the CPU loves to be aggressive with those base runners, and I think Addison could throw him out at 3rd. But Catfish has come through, even though he's got a terrible batting average. He has come through in some spots. You got to watch out for him here. You got to respect him here. He was going. He was taken off for 3rd. The Catfish fouls it off, and we're going to do it again here. 2-2, and he got him. Little change-up. Catfish offers at it. Maybe it was a missed sign. That's what I'm going to chalk it up to. I don't know how you swing at a pitch in the other batter's box, but I think that was going to go down as a missed sign. Maybe it was supposed to be kind of like a hit and run, or maybe Erker was supposed to steal. He's trying to protect him. He didn't go. Thus, a strikeout. Karev is going to fly out to left, and that was a big inning right there for the good boys. We will turn it over here to the bottom of the 7th with 9-1-2 against Caballero. And again, just to re-mention this, we're running out of outs here for game number 6. Is Richmond going to blow it? They were up 2-0. They're up 3-2. Will they be the epitome of Richmond baseball story in this series? As not being able to clutch it up, so far it looks that way. So Brady Dunn put a nice swing on that one. He's going to fly out to left. And Mondesir, line drive to right. And Karev is there. Will make the catch for a quick out number 2. It's up to Scotty G. Deep drive to the left, but just pulled foul. So again, watch what Gonzalez does here. He's probably not going to swing at this. Oh, probably shouldn't have anyway, but 1-1 pitch. He's got to really like it to go after it. There you go, base hit. He's right down the middle, had to. So that gives Ricky Hoberman another chance here. He's got 2 strikeouts, I believe. So Ricky's got to get it done right now. 0 for 2, 2 Ks. I don't have any confidence at all. I have no confidence in my own player. And then he's going to get picked off. Oh my God. Dude, what? Why do we just do stupid stuff? He almost ended the inning on a pickoff. We just choke. We're just choke artists. And there's really no reason for it. Like, we're a good enough team to have won at least one of these things. Unbelievable. Ricky's gonna hit this hard, but foul. He pulls it. So those slider, they're playing mind games with him. If that was a fastball, you know, that's an extra base knock, potentially. But the slider got him way out in front. Looks like he's got that grip yet again. Slider does swing and miss here, and stolen base there for Gonzalez. He's in there again, so it's stolen base number 2 for Gonzo. But now we have a 1-2 pitch upcoming to Holberman. Looks like a sinker. Four-seamer. Taking it looking. Like, what are we doing right now? Why does he suck? Holy shit, man. This is something. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. And now you get Jose Navarre in the game. You know what he's going to do, don't you? We already know. We already know, don't we? Our guys that have been here for a while, we know the story here. Okay, well, that was surprising. That was surprising. Strike 3 called, but it's not over. Yes, get someone else going. Gale and Cullen would be good. Should have fired the manager. Yeah, I mean, that's what's tough, isn't it? Because the storyline inside the Discord was that they were pretty much putting him on notice at this point. Because there was another situation where he intentionally walked another guy. Like, I don't know. Some weird choices. So Berger's on with a hard hit up the middle. Almost took Navarre's head off. Trying with the slide step there. Thinking that Berger is going. He was not. And now he is. But luckily that was hit foul. Trying to get DeAndre Clayton and ground out into double plays. Probably not the best move. You don't want to give him something that he's going to be able to drive either. He's a tough hitter. It's like, what do you do? Where do you pitch him? He's not going to fish. Just tried that. You got to try to miss his bat, man. It's hard enough as it is, but we got to throw down, and again, another stolen base. Addison can't throw anybody out, man. They're just running wild. They're running wild. And Addison's a pretty good catcher, too. Wow. Changeup that Clayton was guessing somewhere else, and the changeup he thought was a little bit high, and maybe he thought it was a little bit out, but striking him out. And now, Henry Cozart. 0 for 3 in the game today. He does take that 4-seam on the outside. Oh, don't worry, War Thunder. It's coming. It's coming. Said I don't want Navarre, and Game gave me a middle finger. Yeah, watch. Just watch here. 0-2. This team is cursed, man. Well, I mean, I'm cursed, to be quite honest with you. 1-2. Got him. All right, Slurve. He gets Cozart. And we will now get a lefty, Jamie Gonzalez, against the lefty, Kenneth Alexander Jr. 1 for 2 with an RBI and a single. But we know how KJ does not necessarily like to hit against those lefties. Oftentimes the slider or a sweeper or something that's moving away from him kind of gives him some trouble. We'll see if he responds to this matchup here that they want. And here it comes. So he's already given him a slider that he pulled, and you can guess that this is what's coming next. Yep, slider just missed a little bit low. He didn't offload it. See, with this, with KJ, you got to throw him a little bit more out. There you go. Just like that. There you go. Slider, strike him out. Okay. Down to 5 more outs for the good boys. War Thunder says, I really don't want to see the good boys again, man. It feels like a bad comedy. Oh, I don't want to see them lose again, he says. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's where I'm at with it. If we just get one in this entire series, then you know what? I'm good with it, you know? No team has ever gotten more than one so far. It's always been somebody different, but Richmond has been the one constant team that gets there, and they don't do it. So, it's just it's killing me, man. It's absolutely killing me inside. And it's one thing too. It's one thing if you're rigging it and it's not working. At some point you would take the hint that, you know, cheaters never prosper. But at the other end, I mean, you guys see the games. I show you the sliders. I see everything. I show you everything that happens, and I've been very transparent. And then it's just another when you are watching it just unfold, and it's almost like because you're just letting it play out. It starts to feel like they string you along. They just string you along. You think there's hope, and then there isn't any. You get the rug pulled out from underneath you. This team should be a dynasty if you see the amount of Gold Series appearances. Yes, exactly. If someone told you that this team made it 4 straight times, and you're like, whoa, they're a good team, and then you said, yeah, but 2-2 to Addy. He's going to take that one there. Change up a little low. Full count pitch. What do we got? What do we got? Swing and a miss? No, just take it looking. As a lot of the good boys hitters have done so far in the last, 5 innings. So another strikeout there. Richmond can't get a runner on, and now we jump here to the top of the 9th. So Richmond's got 3 more runs left, 3 more outs left to go. 1 run to tie. And it's going to be up to Connor Altman comes up next after Chris Addison. So let's talk real quick about OKC. We've done enough complaining about Richmond. But OKC, the fact that they've been the comeback kings, man. Down 2-0. Win 2 straight. Tie it up. Down 3 games to 2. Heading into this game. Odds were against them. Now winning this game 5-4. A lot of clutch hitting. They had 1 bad inning in the first inning. 1 bad inning. And it seemed like it was going to be Richmond's game. But instead it was Richmond's game to lose at that point. Up 4-0. 1 bad inning. Some defensive miscues all over the board. Is going to cost them potentially a Gold Series, because now Game 7, anything can happen. So Mark Cullen comes down and gets 2 straight strikeouts. And he's got to get Mr. Hot Hand here, Brady Urker. He's 3 for 4 in this game.
Nope, that's down.
Ball inside almost hit him. Ball away, didn't offer at it. 2-0. Strike just going to hit the outside corner. And foul ball there, hitting 92, not the fastest. The fastest velo. I'm going to probably try to use that. It makes your off-speed pitches a little bit more deceptive.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
When you throw a fastball soft and then you got something breaking too, there's really not a lot of speed differential right there. But Brady Urker draws a walk. He's on base again for the 4th time in 5 chances. And Brandon Catfish 2 for 26 in the series. He's 0 for 4 tonight. This is the guy you got to get. You have to get him.
Ball, that's inside.
And all of a sudden, it looked really smooth. But all of a sudden, Mark Cullen is having trouble finding the plates. It's now 2-0. And you got Urker stealing, and no. Can't get him yet again. Addison cannot stop the running game. Never seen anything like it, man. 3-0 pitch. First strike of the AB to Brandon Catfish. Walked him. I don't know how you do it. I just really don't know how you do it. I'm at a loss for words. You got a guy hitting 2 for 26.
Ball inside.
And now you throw another ball to Karev. Like, what are we doing, man? Holy crap. Another one missed. They're going to tack on like 4 runs in this inning. Altman giving chase. Foul. Yeah, they're gonna tack on like 4 runs in this inning and make it completely uncomebackable in the 9th. 3-1. Yeah. They'll walk Karev and Leroy hit a grand slam. $12 balls, 11 strikes. And you know what? The first 2 batters were most of those strikes. Popped him up. Is it going to fall? No. Gonzalez is there. All right, so they got a chance. They got a chance. They got Altman, Boucher, and Dunn coming up to the dish. And now you get Brian David, who is 9 of 9 in 9 games. He has not blown a save. So did the good boys have a comeback in them, or do they not? Nope. Popped him up. First pitch hacking. Connor Altman's going to deliver the first out for us. Next batter up is Logan Boucher. Currently down to 200 in the batting average department. Two pitches. 2 outs. And it's up to Brady Dunn. Swung through a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Ground ball. Leroy. Tough play. Fires the first, but not in time. Brady Dunn is there. The tying run is what he represents. And now Kingston Mondesir has a chance to keep us going here. Takes a fastball right down the middle. 0 for 3 tonight. pops up. That'll do it. Game number 6 is over. OKC gets the win, and they have come back in both situations. They've come back in this series. They were down 2-0. They won 2 straight games. Now down 3-2. Win this one. They force a game 7, and you just look back at it. You look back at it. It's the one stupid inning that cost them this game. That's all it is. It's just stupid stuff that happens to this team. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy what goes on here. So Cyclones win 5-4. Piazza was okay. I'd say he was all right. He wasn't amazing. But Urker 3 for 4, Berger 2 for 4, Leroy 1 for 4 had the RBI, and that's really what it comes down to, right? You can have all the hits you want, but ribbies are where it matters. So Leroy, Berger delivered 3 of the 5 that they had, and of course they only had 4 RBIs because one of them came in, one run came in through an error due to Holberman. Stolen bases, they ran wild. Berger, Karev had 1. Urker had 2. And you just look at the Good Boys offense. It's not like it was non-existent. It's just we didn't do anything when it mattered. Burner's 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. Ricky Holberman 0 for 3 today, 3 strikeouts. He was completely terrible, to put it bluntly. Had an error, cost us a run. So, yeah, it could have been 4-4 had that run not come home due to the goofy defensive plays. So Game 7, here we go, guys. Game 7, are you ready for it? I'm not. Yes, I am salty big time because it's just a bunch of bullshit, man. It's just a bunch of bullshit that happens in this goddamn game. So we're going to go mano-y-mano. We're going to do Slater against Monroe. And we'll take a look at each guy's energy level here. And we'll set it up and we'll be ready to go. So Escobedo, probably the guy that you want in here. Just because of the energy level. But Slater's just a better pitcher in general, right? So we're going to go with Slater so they can try to win this thing. And let's move some guys around. Let's make sure we do that. Set this game up the right way. Since it is a Game 7, we want the best guys in the pen at that point. So we'll put Escobedo there. You can run a 4-man rotation, so we're going to do that. And then for Richmond, we will put in Piazza just through. So we'll do Norman in long relief. I don't want Navarre in here at all. He's dead to me. And we'll put in Silva as a lefty that they could potentially use there too. So, all right. So there's your matchup: Slater against James Monroe. And Game 7, we are underway. And I already know how this is going to end. So I'm trying to shake it off, trying to be entertaining for you all. But after a while, man, it gets to you. It gets to you after a while. Can we knock the error slider to 0? Oh, God. I mean, it's at a 5. We've had it, but no, I'm not doing that because we've had it there for 4 seasons. We've had it there forever. So we're not changing rules around just because something bad happened. So what did I want to do here? Yeah, Boucher. Put Quevedo back in. Okay. Here we go for all the marbles. Game 7. Here we go. Here we go. Richmond is hoping to... Well, they're already part of history on the wrong side of it. But dogs like to dig, don't they? They like to keep digging a deeper and deeper and deeper hole. And that is what Richmond is trying to do here. That's what they're trying to do here. They're trying to dig themselves into a deeper, deeper, and deeper hole. As far as history goes, it's already bad as it is. Stop digging. So they got James Monroe on the mound here tonight. 4-1 in 5 starts. A sparkling whip and a sparkling ERA at 1.10. So here we go. Game 7 underway. Brady Berger, of course, we know his story. 3 for 4 last night.
Oh, that's out.
And James Monroe's first pitch hits 101. It's triple digits. So you think he's feeling it? He's missing outside again. So, man, it just doesn't get any easier, man. 2-0 here to Berger. Popped him up. KJ is there. He will make the first out of the inning, and that is a way to start to retire the leadoff man. Question for Monroe is how far can he pitch, says Portugal. It will be the question. You also have to wonder with his energy level, you know, that's going to play a factor into the accuracy of his throws, too, of his pitches. Because obviously when you gotta, just in terms of the show, you know, when you've got a guy that's running low on energy, they tend to start missing their spots, you know. So if he gives us 4 innings, that would be good. If he gives us 4 innings, that'll be good. If he gives us 5, that'll even be a lot better, but I just don't think that he's going to get there. I think this is going to come down to Monroe giving us a chance. And the bullpen just locking it down. You know, the bullpen's got to be the ones that are really good. Monroe, we know what he's going to do, right? He's going to come out here. He's going to shove. If he gives up maybe 1 or 2 runs, still giving us a chance.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The big thing for me with this, how this game should unfold, is just the bullpen. The bullpen's gotta find a way. So top of the first inning goes to the good boys. No hits allowed for OKC. Berger with a pop-up and then 2 straight strikeouts there for Monroe. So the pitch count, definitely going to be a topic of discussion here during the stream. But now we turn it over here to the top of the order here for Richmond. Connor Slater's numbers been pretty good. Definitely the ace, the clear-cut ace of the staff for the Cyclones. 0-1 to Mondesir as he offered at a bunt. Not going to offer here. So both pitchers, they've got some heavy-duty velo. Slater can hit up to 99. I haven't seen him hit up to triple digits, but we know Monroe can do that. War Thunder says, what happened the last game? I was away from my computer. I don't know. I'd give you a recap, but I mean, I've maybe given that recap of the game a little too much. Oh, so he can hit triple digits apparently. Let me give you a rundown. Sova gets into massive trouble. Bases loaded, nobody out. KJ steps up. Flies out. We get a sac fly. Then Chris Addison comes through with a 3-run homer. It's 4-0 in the bottom of the first inning. 4-0. Oh, did they win or lose? Got it. Sorry. All right, so Scott Gonzalez base hit right past DeAndre Clayton. And now we get Mr. 250 here, Ricky Holderman. He's just been a disappointment. I mean, my God, dude. I'm so negative. I'm so negative about him. Look at this. He doesn't do anything. He does nothing in gameplay. Ever. He's never done anything in a stream. Ever. He might do some things in a highlight reel, but he'll never do anything in stream. It's absolutely infuriating. It's infuriating. You're one of the best players in the game. One of the best players in the league that we have created here. You want a freaking MVP. And you do nothing. In the biggest stage, and you do nothing. You ground out into double play. I'm losing my cool, man.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, DeAndre Clayton. Leading off for Richmond, the first baseman, number 34. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 28. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 15.
Oh my God. Oh. This is brutal. This is absolutely brutal. What are they doing? Oh my God. War Thunder says, dude, it is okay to crash out. Dude. It's just, like, you know, if they end up winning this game, you know, everything's going to be all hunky-dory and everything's going to be fine, you know? And I know how that looks. I know the optics of that. It looks like you're just being a little bitch. But dude, come on. Like, I mean, you guys have been around here for a long time with this series, and you've seen it all unfold. There's some goofy stuff that's happened, and you know, after a while, it just drains you. It drains you down. You get so exhausted and worn out by it's the weirdest thing, man. It's the weirdest thing to ever happen. It's like, wait, why can't we just lose normally? You know, it's like I'll take my loss. I'll take my loss if it's something that it just happens. It happens. You know, normal things happen. But when you have like goofy things happening, that's what hurts you the most on it. That's what kills you inside about it. It's just missed opportunities, and you know, you work hard putting the videos together. You work hard trying to make your team better, right? Here's a deep drive. Let's talk about this. Deep drive to left field. That baby is gone. Kevin Dixon hitting a home run on the best pitcher in the game. He can't hit the broadside of a barn, but he's going to hit a solo shot here to left, giving Oklahoma City the lead. Not Han Berger, not Simeon Karev, not Braden Leroy, but Kevin Dixon. Yeah, that's the guy. Boom! See you later. Get up on out of here. Goodbye. Do it. Give me 149 in a solo shot here too. Come on. Just give it to me. Put me out of my misery. Crazy. Well, Gold, if it makes you feel any better, a 2-time Cy Young pitcher and a 99 overall this year had almost a 5 ERA last time I saw it. Oh, Chris Peterson? Is that who you're talking about? I don't know. Nothing compares to this. I can't relate. I can't relate to that. Oh, here's a deep drive. Yeah, do it. Just like I wanted. Just like I wanted. I asked for it and I got it. Yeah, baby. Yes. Give it to me. Ken Jordan, solo home run. Mr. 149 hitting a home run off of James Monroe. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. The Oklahoma City Cyclones are going to be GGBL champions. What? Oh, stop it, Dalton. Stop it. You know what you're doing. That's stupid. I'm happy for it. You know what? Yeah, screw it. Screw it, man. I'm happy for everybody else. How about that? I'm happy for everybody else. I'll take the hits.
He's going.
I'll take the hits. This content is for you, not for me. I'll take the hits. I'm happy everybody else gets a I'm happy everybody else has their moment.
Now back, number 9. Leading off for the retrievers, the right fielder.
Oh, well, Hamburger's singing. Hamburger is singing. And so is Leroy. They're the fat boys on the roster. They're singing. I can hear it in the dugout. Oh, where can the good boys be? Oh, where can they be? They started off strong, now they suck big butt.
Batting in, the left fielder, Julian Bendito.
They can't have anything nice, apparently. OKC came back from a bigger deficit. Yeah, well, it's not happening. So, you know, after a while, you feel it out. You feel it out. I do too. I do too. War Thunder. I feel the same way. Honestly, I think that what would be good for the series is a Richmond blow up. That way I have no expectations. I don't get my hopes up. And if we suck, then I have something to build. You know, we were just kind of, when we did the fantasy draft, and, you know, I'm just taking players I had no idea who they are. You know, I'm just adding people. And, you know, I let the first couple, like, I know when Dalton and I were doing it in the fantasy draft for the league, we were trying to make sure that the teams were balanced with, like, a couple customs here, a couple customs there. You know, making sure that all the teams had a couple guys that they could lean on. But for Richmond, I did most of their drafting, and yeah, they've been good since season 1. So I think, to your point, maybe you're making a joke. I think you're making a joke, but I think that that might be what we do. A full-on rebuild of the Richmond Good Boys. Fire the manager, trade some vets, let the young guys play. That's a base hit. That'll drive another run home. Leroy will score off of that. So it's 3-0 off of the best pitcher in the game. Or the best pitcher in the playoffs, at least. So, yeah, it's all making sense. It's all making sense here tonight, guys. You know, I'm trying really hard right now not to be the way that I am tonight. But I knew going into this, I knew going into the stream, a 3-2 series lead is just not over. It's not over by any means. And I told you guys at the very start, I had zero confidence that we were going to get this done. So the fact that it's playing out the exact way that I thought tells me all I need to know. So, but yeah, we went for it. We tried to address our biggest need, which was clutch hitting. And we saw that we had a surplus of really good pitching, and this set the Shevchuk trade to Seattle for KJ.
Now the catcher, Henry Kozar.
That helped their offense in spots, but
Ball one, no strike.
we're just, for whatever reason, we're just missing the element. The element of get it doneness. I did not draft Brady Dunn.
Ball, that's out. Ball three.
Wanted more clutch hitting, but trades for the least clutch player in gameplay ever. He's been better in the postseason. He's been good. The man is hitting 350. So we've had a lot of games in gameplay. So he's been pretty good. KJ's been pretty good. Holberman has not been good. That's been a big issue. So. All right, sack fly comes in to score. Berger scores. It is 4-0. James Monroe giving up the 4 spot here in Game 7 when he's absolutely needed.
Count 1-0.
And yeah, I did not draft Brady Dunn.
That's ball two.
Said I drafted most of the roster, and then we simmed it after that. So. All right. Moving on.
Did he go?
Leading off for Richmond, the center fielder, number 4.
Nova. Maybe it's just time to recruit Holberman Jr. Portugal says I agree, and it's just depressing at this point. Yep. Yep, because stuff like that happens. It's like, what? Down by 4 runs, dude. Like, why are we trying to bunt?
Ball.
A part of me says that you don't want to make rash decisions when you're, you know,
That's the ball.
you're not in the right
2 balls,
mindset.
no strike.
But
That's
something's
ball
got to happen here. Because it's just getting to the stage where nothing's working. You know?
Count full.
Now batting, number 22,
Man.
Your attention, please.
You know, and the other thing too,
Caesar Silva.
it's like I could live with 3. You know what I mean? I could live with the asterisk that says this franchise made it 3 times and didn't win. Basically like the Buffalo Bills, right? 3 times and didn't win. But making it 4 times and not winning, that like is a whole nother level. Especially in baseball. That's a whole nother level. The fact that you get there all the time and you don't do jack.
Now the center fielder, Brandon Chapman.
Ball 1. Count 1-0.
Now batter, number 9.
And you know, honestly, guys, I would commentate this, but I mean, it's not really suspenseful. I mean, that's really where I'm at right now. Like, I would sit here and I would talk to you guys about play-by-play, but like, this is, you know, it's just, it is what it is. There's just there's no suspense right now. You know, it's 4-0. Even if I go at this unbiasedly, which I'm trying to do. I'm trying to go at it unbiasedly as much as I can, but you know, it gets to levels that I can't really shake. But I'm trying, especially the closer that we get. You got to make a good call. You know, you got to make a good call for all the OKC fans that are out there, and there are many. So I'm trying to work myself out of it. The little slump here. It's more of the stages of grief. Depression, acceptance, or coping.
1 ball.
Right, coping's one. Here, let's look it up because I forget.
Whoa, that's down.
5 stages of grief. Denial, right? You're a good player, Ricky. Why are you throwing it? You're a good player, KJ. You're a good player. Ricky, why do you suck? Anger. Anger. The little 83-win team in the Oklahoma City site. We can't get it done. Bargaining. I wonder if there's anything that I can do to make sure that I can get back here next year. You know, is there a way that we can rebuild the roster? Depression. Yeah, this is over. 4-0. It's over. There's nothing we can do. We're cursed. And then acceptance. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. This is not very suspenseful. It'd be different if it was like 4-3, you know, 4-2. There was just something moving on the base paths.
2 balls.
You know, there was something happening here for Richmond, but offensively they're just dead. They're dead right now. There's no suspense. War Thunder says this is just slow and painful. I would have taken away Ricky's MVP. I mean, dude, like, for real. There's just, I mean, Addison's just taking this pitch. Right, a little borderline, but it's there. They're dead, man. They're just dead in the water.
Leading off for Oklahoma City, the second baseman, number 8.
But, yeah. And I complain about it. I complain about it a lot. But, and I really shouldn't. I just need somebody to talk to. Because I don't even know who to go to in order to talk to anybody about it. Because nobody does something like this. You know? Nobody runs a league like this where they're...
That's a ball.
You know, nobody's done a league like this where you have so much knowledge about players within the league. So for me to even pose a question like this on Reddit, or to even ask the community, or to even search it on Google to find another Reddit post or something, somebody that's done the research, like, would I be able to even find that? Why do some players produce who have a lower overall rating than someone who is an all-star rated, and they just don't do anything? But in Sim, they're amazing because the ratings matter in Sim. They do stuff in Sim. But in gameplay, they don't do anything. Because that disconnect, and it's not just about my players, it's about your players too. It's about your players too. It's about all of our players. You want the simulation to kind of match with what they do in gameplay, because that just makes sense. You have two different things happening in this series. You got all the simulated games, and then you've got the gameplay games. So, like, when you're trying to run this league, you want consistency. You want things to make sense. So when a guy, after 4 seasons, a ton of gameplay, like I just made another thumbnail here for this one, and we're up to like 84 thumbnails. So we're closing in on 100 videos, guys, for GGBL, between live streams and uploads. And you know, we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot. There's guys that do things in game, and there's guys that don't, despite their ratings. So I could talk about this all night long, but there's an obvious disconnect. Not just for my players, but for you guys too. And you know that matters. It matters. You can't run a league when you have a lack of consistency there. That's all I can say. Full count pitch, Ricky, ground ball, nice double play turn, and still going to remain 4-0 here as we go to the bottom of the 6th. So we've got what? 3, 6, 8, 11. What? 3, 6, 8. What am I talking about? 3, 6, 9, 12. We got 12 outs. 6th inning, 7th inning, 8th inning. We got 12 more outs left. I don't know where I'm doing my math. Nova says, definitely take some time to figure out the future of Richmond as a GM. You've done all you can, in my eyes. Yeah, I mean, within reason, you know. Like, you're not trying to rig it. You're not trying to screw other teams in the process with trades and all that stuff. So, yeah, you know, just trying to make stuff fair, especially when you're trading with other like CPU teams and stuff. You know, calling up guys that make sense, proposing that we trade Brady Dunaway, and it not going through. I didn't have a commissioner veto or anything like that. I still stayed true to your guys' vote. Yeah, I mean we've done a lot to try to maintain, build and maintain, but it ain't working. When push comes to shove, it ain't working.
The batter, number 8.
When we get into gameplay, it doesn't work. And that's really what it comes down to. We have a lot of guys that do stuff in sim, but we don't have anybody that does anything in game. Which, at the end of the day, when you get into the playoffs, gameplay matters. Because all your games, most of your games are gameplay. You got to earn it. You got to earn it in game. Meanwhile, Slater's pitch count is really, really nice at 68.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
He's got Brady Dunn in a 1-2 count. Looking for the strikeout. Strike him out. All right, so Brady Dunn goes down with a whimper. So do the good boys. And Oklahoma City just, again, trying to get a little hyped up for them. I mean, just think about the story that they've had, right? I mean, we've seen the story creep up a couple times in real life and now here again in the GGBL. You've got Colorado kind of faced a similar track as Oklahoma City did this season. Backing into the playoffs, getting on a run, getting hot, and now they're 1 game away. Ground ball here, KJ. Beautiful play. Beautiful play. Tough one, too. Makes it all the more beautiful right there.
Now batting, shortstop, Kevin Dixon.
So if anything, it should just give teams across the league some confidence that they can do it too. All you got to do is just get in. You know? Doesn't matter the number of wins that you have. You just got to get in.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 balls.
We've now seen it with Colorado getting on a run, and now we've seen it with OKC getting on a run. But to be quite honest, more times than not, the better teams are going to get to the final stage. We saw Washington do it. They were one of the best teams in the league in season 1. Went all the way, won it.
3 and 2.
Richmond had a good year. Year 2, Richmond had a good year again. Colorado got hot, great time. And then you had season 3 last year with Columbus and Richmond. So both of those teams were at the top of their game in the season. So we definitely had the 2 best teams last year for sure. But it's been kind of off and on, off and on. So maybe next year is the year where we're going to have the 2 best teams, you know? Could happen. And then maybe in season 6, we'll have another little upstart team. Little wild card team going all the way. And finishing off the Cinderella season. 2-2 here, check swing. They're going to say he didn't go. Ken Jordan looking to draw a walk here on Cesar Silva, who's been pretty effective shutting down this OKC lineup, still giving Richmond's offense a chance. 4 runs, not insurmountable, but the way that Connor Slater is pitching right now, he has been beastly. Plus, they've got all those options in the bullpen, like Escobedo, Cedeno, some of their top line starters in that bullpen. So OKC, you know, maybe next year. It just depends on how it all pans out for them as far as free agency is concerned. But it looks like they might be still a tough team next year. What are we doing right now, Kingston? Offering at bunts, like, it's just goofy. Monster in a 2-2 takes that fastball, hitting 95, striking him out. That's number 8 for Connor Slater, and we go to Mr. Scott Gonzalez, 10 of 24 in this series. So he's just a little underneath 500. Of course, Scotty G looking to make something happen here. They have been just dead in this game. They have 1 hit. 1 hit for the good boys. They've just laid an egg, man. That's just, like Rico said, good boys are going to good boys. Line drive here to left, and that is out number 2. We'll turn it over here to Ricky Holman, strikeout and a ground out. See if he can respond for once. Maybe a walk and then a home run, KJ home run. 4-2 going in the 8th. That might be just what the doctor ordered here. But Holman's going to fly out. Catfish coming on. He's there. He's got enough speed, and he'll run back into the dugout full speed. Richmond still only 1 hit in the ball game. Top 8 we go. Berger still continues to be hot. He's 2 for 3. And against a left-hander, he loves hitting against those guys. We're going to get at least one more run across. That'll really help their odds.
Nope, that's the ball.
We're putting a capstone on this series. And that will be a nice play by Berger. The throw over to first is not in time, so he's on yet again. Brady Erker is, at this point, he might be shooting for that Gold Series MVP. Not a lot of runs driven in. That's going to be a factor. Maybe it'll be Berger. Maybe it could even be Connor Slater. But there's a couple guys that think not just looking at their stats. That's going to be another base hit, isn't it? Yep. I know. So 2 hits here, Catfish and Erker. It's going to send up Simeon Karev, looking to put a nail in the coffin here. Those are some big outs right there, getting Karev and getting Leroy. But now you got to get Berger. So those top 3 guys, man, that middle of the order is tough. Popped him up. There we go. All right. So, hey, the chat is completely dead. I don't blame you guys whatsoever. This has been, this Game 7. Game 6 was at least a little entertaining. This Game 7 has been boring. Boring. Nothing to chat about. Yep. I feel you. There's been no life. No life. KJ flare job. That's not going to land, and looks like we're going to go into the 9th inning with 8, 9, and 1 potentially. So just kind of like just how Oklahoma City wanted to draw it up. That would be the best guys to have up in the bottom of the 9th, right? The final 3 outs of the game. There's a base hit there for Ryan Berger. That will send up Chris Addison as the next batter here. Rico Ramos, KJ talked a lot of trash this season for this performance. See, I don't know where this is coming from, guys. He has performed. Baseball, you're not going to get a hit every single time, so like if you go 1 for 3, you've done your job. So can't ask a guy to go 3 for 3. It's not, you know, it's not basketball out here. It's not football. He has performed. Everyone else has not. That's a drive out to right. Yeah, but, you know, it's Slater. He's 0 for 3 in Game 7. Yeah, but it's also Slater. And no one else has done anything either. So that just tells you how good that Slater's been. Be one thing if Connor Altman, you know, was 3 for 3, or Brady Dunn has got 2 doubles, and you know, if he's the black hole in the lineup, then I can agree with that. Connor Slater strikes out Altman. That is, I believe, number 9. 9 strikeouts for Connor Slater. So this man has completely diced up Richmond in game number 7. I got to look at his stats. I think it's 9 strikeouts today. Yeah, 8 innings, 9 strikeouts. Nobody walked as well. I mean, he's been unbelievable. He will be the reason why that Oklahoma City wins this game. 100%. Nova Kane says, OKC and Phoenix stole the show this postseason. I'm still not over it, OL. Marty Big Fly, the highlight of the postseason. Yeah, the walk-off was fun. That was a really fun series for sure. Yep. But do you remember what I said, though? In the ALCS, do you remember? I had said that I don't really know who I would want to play. Because if we played OKC, it'd be the one team that beat us, you know, that we just can't seem to figure out. You remember that? And here you go. This is exactly what happened. So if any, like, maybe we should have wanted to play Phoenix. Maybe that game 7 would have been a little more entertaining. I don't know. Phoenix is tough though too. Like, their pitching is one of the best Well, as far as overall is concerned, they've got one of the best staffs. There's a base hit. Kevin Dixon comes through. The bottom of the order is clutch. 5-0 OKC, and that should just put a bow on that one, guys. 5-0. Rico Ramos, does the NL just suck? Potentially, yeah, could be. Maybe that's why there's only been one team to run it. If Richmond was in the AL, would they be able to do this stuff? I don't know. Maybe the AL is better. All right, so here is Mr. Singles, 13 for 27. Stoits in the Gold Series would have been must-see TV. Yep. That was fun, man. Stoits is a boss. He really is. He's one of those dudes that's just not tradable. You know, can't get rid of that guy. All right, guys. So after this game is over, of course, we will suck up our pride and we will give Oklahoma City a nice call, as they deserve. And move on to the awards and whatnot, and then we will take a look at a little preview of the offseason as well. We'll do a little sim, see who's available in free agency and all that stuff. So we'll take a look at that. So 5-0, Richmond's down, and they gotta come through here against Jerome Capel. 8 strikeouts, 1 walk in
The left fielder, Julian.
bottom of the 9th here.
Ball, that pitch is out.
Does Richmond trade Ricky? I don't even know who would want it at this point. He's 36.
Ball. 2 balls, no strike.
That's a base knock there for Quevedo. Yeah. There's some reports that Ricky's probably retiring, you know? That could easily happen right there, too. So could hand the reins over to KJ. And KJ, of course, now potentially hearing some rumors that Richmond might be blowing it up. Does he want to be a part of that? So there's a lot of crazy stuff that could happen in this offseason. So fly ball here by Brady Dunn, little pop up actually, just short, shallow fly ball, and that'll be the first out here in the 9th. Down by 5. So they obviously have a lot of work to do, but odds are not in their favor at all. KJ wants back to Seattle.
Nope, that's down.
That would be interesting.
Ball, that's outside.
Is just going to catch the outside corner. Richmond might be the Red Sox of the GGBL before the curse was lifted. That's funny. They could be. They could be. A lot of goofy stuff happens to them, man. A lot of goofy stuff. No rhyme or reason for it, but it happens nonetheless. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I just go back to that 3rd inning. What were they doing, man? Double play ball here. Over to Leroy. Back on to first. Oh, Mondesir is in time. That would have been a great way to walk it off, right? A double play to end the Gold Series for a championship.
Ball inside. Ball, that's in.
So Scott Gonzalez in a 2-0 count here. Ricky Holberman is on deck. This could be his final at-bat of his GGBL career, but he's not going to get it. That's a ground ball to Berger. Cyclones will get the final out, and the game is over. The series is over. The Oklahoma City Cyclones are GGBL champions. From almost missing the postseason entirely to getting on one of the hottest runs that we've seen. Getting performances like Carson Silva had not started in the regular season. Finally got his shot due to necessity. And he was darn good. The offense, Karev, Leroy, Catfish, Urker. They got names, man. They got names. There's a lot of custom players here on this team, and it's amazing that they won as many games as they did, right? At 83, they should have probably won more than that, the way that they played here in the postseason. So congratulations are in order for the Cyclones. And looking at next season for them, I think they might be even better next year. They might be actually a team that's on the rise, to be honest with you. It's ultimately going to come down to, well, I mean, we'll see in the offseason what their free agents look like, or what the arbitration and things like that, what all that looks like for them. But even if they just maintain, if they just stay quiet, I think that they'll still be a pretty good team next year. Obviously, they're champs this year. There's a reason why they won. They've got the names. They got some good teams. Yep, the good boys are officially the Buffalo Bills of the GGBL. Well, yeah. I mean, there's no way really around that. Did the Bills make it 4 times or 3 times? Because if I'm remembering it being 3, we've already passed that. We're worse. We're worse than that by making it 4 times and not winning. So, yeah. All right. Urker, 3 for 5. Dixon, 2 for 4 with 2 ribbies. Berger with a RBI double for him. And didn't really even have to run. There was no reason to run. No stolen bases, no attempts. Connor Slater was amazing. His first win of the postseason. He had a losing record in the postseason. Some tough luck losses. But 8 innings, 9 strikeouts. No, it's the 4th. This is the 4th time. We've made it 4 times and lost all 4. But you look at the hitting. Look at the hitting. All that's noteworthy is Ricky Holberman grounded out into a double play. So that tells you the story, doesn't it? Mondesir, Ofer, Ricky, KJ, Ofer. Bunch of strikeouts towards the bottom half of the lineup. Silva was great. 4 innings, 6 strikeouts. Monroe, 4 earned. Maybe it would have probably been a better call for him to be in the bullpen. I don't know. But it's another loss. Another season is in the books. And I got to say, as fast as we moved through the season, I thought it was a pretty fun season all in all. A lot of interesting developments. Previewing this year, going into this season, a lot of interesting developments, a lot of those trades, those key trades. Nothing really stood out as far as like all-star game goes. We didn't do any trades. There were no trades this season. But yeah, all in all, some pretty cool developments. We'll take one more look at the awards. We have the playoff MVP was KAJ, and the World Series. So the Gold Series MVP does in fact go to Brady Erker, hitting .464 in the postseason with 2 RBIs. I would have loved to see a list there because I feel like there might have been some other worthy candidates based on their power totals, their home runs and ribbies, but either way, the game felt like Brady Erker deserved it, and I would make an argument for him too. I mean, how do you hit .464 there, right? So that's obviously worth something there. So KJ is the postseason MVP on the NL side. Between Altman and Addison, KJ just had a better batting average and mix of the power and the ribbies there. But on the AL side, we did have Berger winning AL postseason MVP, 4 home runs, 15 RBIs with a .300 batting average. So yeah, might be able to make an argument there to say Berger, depending on what he did in the Gold Series. But Berger hit .333 in the postseason. So think of what he had to do in the Gold Series in order to hit .432 in that series. So pretty crazy. But all right, so we've got the MVP. Just a little quick recap. We've got Leroy, Mazza, and Mazza. Mario ends up winning it with 50 home runs. He's never done that in his entire career. If anything, just kind of middle of the road there with the home runs, but all the way up to 50 and 142. Crazy numbers. Leroy 53 and 141, and then Mazza down there at 39 and 118. In the NL side, we had Cullen Ward and Ricky Holberman both hitting 42 home runs, but Ricky there with a .295. And then the Best Pitcher Award. That's what we're going to start calling it. I'm not going to call it the Cy Young, but Patrick Hawkins, 21-game winner, and Chris Peterson, 14-game winner there, tying for, well, he was in second place, not tying. He had more strikeouts than Patrick Hawkins, but not as many wins, and a little bit more of a higher ERA. And then on the other side, Shevchuk wins the NL Best Pitcher Award. And also, it was a clean sweep between the finalists there for Seattle. Ramon Anaya in the bullpen with 20 wins, pretty nuts. And then Hemingway there with 14 and 5. And then your batting title leaders, won't talk too much about those guys, but we do have some custom players to take a look at in future years. Reliever of the Year Award, Darren Holt, Darryl Vargas. Rookie of the Year, Randall James. Carson Silva's up there on that list as well. Brody Boatwright. And for the Rookie of the Year for the NL side, Anaya, Landon Traxler. I've been a big Traxler guy in the past, so it's nice to see that he finally got a shot and wins some hardware there. But Connor Murphy going to win it with 24 bombs for the San Diego Gauchos. He's going to be a player to watch out for. He's already up to an 88 at a 22-year-old. So he's definitely going to be in the mix to being a big-time player. So let's go ahead and save this up. And we'll save a backup here as well, in case anybody ever wanted to look back at the playoff stats. So we'll save that right now. So season 4, and then we will save another one and say GGBL year 4 off. This will be the off-season save file. So there we go. Perfecto. Okay, so let's move on. We're going to go ahead and sim to the off-season and take a look at what we've got here as retirees. So Ken Fishman, 33 years old at 76. He's retiring. Kind of surprising there. Let's see if we can see any familiar names. Billy Suarez, that's, wow, 75, he's 38, so I guess that makes sense. So he's done now. Had a couple really good seasons toward the latter half of his career for for Kansas City, not OKC, but Kansas City. So that's kind of cool to see. David Tanaka, 33 years old, citing ability. He had been an early part of those Nashville Heat teams in the very first couple seasons, but has since moved down to the minor leagues, so now he's gone. Javier Calzado. That's interesting. Performed pretty well there in season 1. He had a lot of power. So that's kind of what I remember from him. But nothing really else to note here. We've got a lot of those free agent guys. Never really going to pan out. A lot of 64s, 69s, old guys. Guys are young but never going to pan out. They're retiring. Angel and Lorenzo Cosmo. Okay. Russ DeBro, a 47C at 19 years old. So poor free agent market, he's gone. All right, so no Hall of Fame inductees. And we are moving on. So, real quick, I'm going to slow scroll, and talk to you guys about where I see some of these teams going. Of course, we do have to contact anyone with custom players. So Connor Altman would be a guy that I would want to contact. Ricky Holberman, that's me. So do I want to come back with Richmond, or what do I want to do with Ricky? So that's obviously up for discussion there. Rubio Moya, that's my guy as well. I got to make a decision there. For Kansas City, we got Jack Melton. We got Lederman. Those are 2 customs, so we got to make decisions there. William Murphy. Jay Kinney. Paxton Dallas. Jack Riddle. St. Louis might lose a lot of those guys. Hemingway, Marmot, Buddy Kidd, Skarsgård, McLovin. That would be a really big haul to lose if you're Vancouver. So just kind of giving you guys an idea here. But Rico did have some suggestions in the Discord. And for those of you guys that are listening into the live stream, just kind of bear with me here. So the suggestions were, we do normal custom players can choose free agency or not. So I'm actually going to give that one a thumbs up because I like that one. Non-custom players over 85 just re-sign. No wheel. We want to move this along. Okay, I will give that one a like as well. No custom upgrades. No trades. Non-custom players 84 and under become free agents. So those 3 I'm gonna downvote. And the reason why I don't want to do that, is because, and while I know that we're trying to move it along, I still think that creates some drama and some allure. So I'm gonna downvote those ones. No custom upgrades, no trades, non-custom players. So basically the CPU guys become free agents. That's a lot of shifting. I know what you're going for, Rico, is some chaos, but that's a lot of shifting. And I don't want to rock the boat too much like that. But one of the other pieces, after the custom players are all signed up, turn on CPU signing for free agents. I'm good with that one. I think that would cause a lot of drama and some suspense. So I'm good with that. Turn on CPU for signing free agents. I'm good with that. Let's see what you guys are saying here in the chat. Nope, nothing. Okay. I would show you guys this, but I don't want to dox anybody on Discord. He does come up with some more ideas here. Renames for last year's draft class. So we would allow for renames for last year's draft class. I'm good with that because we didn't even really cover any of the draft. Now, regular season, he moves on. Turn on CPU roster controls, lineups, call-ups, 40-man, injuries. Basically make it go crazy. Okay, so that one I'm going to downvote because I need to level with you guys on something. Okay? I need to level with you guys on one thing with that. The good thing about CPU roster control, and I'll show you here something really quick. So let's go to Richmond real quick. So you see how everybody's got options still? Some players have 0 options, right? I've worked really, really hard to make sure that when I do go into each team and I'm moving guys up and I'm moving guys down and I'm shifting people around, that it's not wasting their options. Because what I'm trying to do with this league is make sure that everybody's got a chance. And the minute that you start messing around with moving people up or moving people down and getting options in the way, then you got waivers. And then I got to determine manually what team picks that guy up in waivers. So I try to take control of it myself with CPU roster control on. That way, the team that you're on is the team that you're on, and we just don't have to worry about it. We don't have to worry about all this crazy stuff. So that's my only fear with injuries and waivers, is that through simulation, we're not going to catch those things. If I turn on injuries, I'm going to get notifications. That's why injuries are off. I'm going to get notified. I've got 30 team control. I'm going to get notified and pinged for every 1 to 2 days bench type deal. So you guys are, one, I can't live stream that because then that's going to suck having to go through all of those menu notifications. And B, I don't know if you guys are going to trust me. I guess you do trust me to this point, but if I just simulate past, like I show you opening day games, and then the next screen I show you is now we're in the middle of the All-Star break, and here's your standings. Like, do you trust me? Do you believe me that that's how it actually shook out? So there's no transparency there at all. So that's what kind of freaks me out about that. But I do like this idea too. Post All-Star break, turn on CPU trades. That one I like. Turn on CPU trades. Think that would be huge. That'd be helpful. That would be pretty big time. I think that'd be cool. The reason for that is it's just because we didn't do any trades last year for season 4. And this way we get a little bit more movement, and maybe we can make some storylines based off of that. Like, why did the CPU trade that guy? Why did Columbus trade Will Till? They didn't need to do that. What happened? We can create so many different storylines there. It kind of spices up the newsworthy things, so I do like that. So anyway, so that kind of sets up the off season and the regular season for what to expect in the sim season. Year 5 is a sim season. Year 6 will be a normally played season, but it is the introduction of the GGC again, the Golden Globe Classic. So we're going to do that again. Team North America, Team Europe, all that jazz. It'll be fun. So just in review, normal custom players can choose free agency. Non-custom players at 85, they're just going to re-sign. There's no wheel involved. So a guy like Patrick Rausch right here, this reliever for LA, he's just going to re-sign since he's an 85 non-custom guy. So we will allow for custom player upgrades. We will do some trades as well in the offseason, and that'll be the offseason. So it'll run pretty similarly to how we've always done it. Jeremy Floyd is a CPU guy, so that's going to be interesting to see where he's just going to re-sign. 85 and over, they're just going to re-sign. So no loss there, but JJ Cabrera, custom guy, he's got a decision to make. Boston is losing quite a bit. If that all happens for them, they're going to lose a ton of talent. Cullen Ward is a custom. Elrod Grayson, Mike Price, those guys are custom players, so that's going to be big. Freddie Foley's an oldie. Adam Bird is an oldie. So does New York want to bring these guys back, or do they let them go? If we stick to that rule at 85 and up, come back, I guess they might just sign a 1-year contract. Duckworth and Good the fourth, those guys could be out. They are exclusive for you. Dom Taylor, kind of a focal point up the middle there from Michigan. Trey Mashburn, big time player there for the Breeze. Frankie Bowen, John Choi, Will Till, all 90 above, exclusive free agents. Is Columbus going to be able to re-sign all those guys? I'm not sure. Xavier Hawkins, big player there. Wisconsin not losing too much. Neither is Minnesota. Kind of losing some old guys there. Percy Burnside, 92. He's a custom guy. We got to figure him out too. And there you go. So Karev and Berger, are they coming back, or are they going to try to seek a big payday from someone else? Right? That would be interesting. We've also got Cheltenham, James Chris, and De La Cruz as the 3 custom players there for Vegas. Josh Adams, and then Julian Lorenz. He'll come back if we do the 85 and up rule, but Josh Adams is a custom player, so got to figure out what he wants to do. Then Michael Ruth. I'll make the decision for Michael Ruth because I don't even know where that person is, so I'll make that call. Miami, no custom players, so they'll bring back all their 85 and up, and anybody underneath that, we'll have to make a decision and see where they go. So that's it for the offseason, guys. We also got to review our staff, and it looks like we don't even have to consider our manager from old. I think he's just gone. So the news on the street is that he's been fired. His contract he wasn't technically fired, so he can put that in his resume. They just didn't bring him back. That's really what we're going for. So he's gone. You got a whole bunch of movement here. Luckily for us, I do have the slow scroll of our managers so that I can bring back the managers that were there previously, so we don't have a crap ton of turnover. You know, it doesn't really add to anything, but it's just kind of cool to see a consistent manager's face in the dugout when a team hits a home run, or they're celebrating at the end of the thing, or they win a Gold Series. It just makes sense to try to have the same manager in the same clubhouse. But yeah, so I'll have to go back and look to see what those guys' names were and make sure that we're hiring the right guys. So. All right, well, that is it, guys. Leave a like if you like this thing, and I will see you. Let me look at my schedule here. I will be starting the GGBL off season on Monday. So I'll be reaching out to you guys on Monday. If you saw yourself, if you are watching this on the replay, if you saw your custom player, like I know that we've got Connor Altman, we've got Denzel Good the fourth, Daniel Lederman, Jack Melton. I'm still going to reach out to you guys. I'm going to work my way through all of your contact, and I'm going to try my best to reach you. So I'm going to be working on off-season stuff on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. Friday of next week will be the off-season preview. So what that is going to be is it's going to be kind of like what I'm doing right now, but it'll be more of an official video. Maybe I can show some screenshots of some discussions about Jay Kinney. Does he want to come back? Or Daniel Lederman, does he want to come back? Who are some teams that he would be considering? That type of stuff. So think of like the off-season preview as kind of like a hype video, but I'll also talk to you guys about all the things that we just discussed here with Rico's ideas that I do like. Some I like, some I don't, but we're going to take some of those and just give you a rundown on how the offseason is going to work. So that's really what Friday's video is going to be. And then Sunday will be the off-season video. So next Sunday, not tomorrow, will be the off-season video that's going to showcase all of the free agent decisions. We're going to look at all the trades that went down, So really, we're gonna put all the work together in one video, and that'll be the full off-season video next Sunday. So, but other than that, that's all I got for you guys tonight. Again, congratulations to the Oklahoma City Cyclones on their GGBL championship. And for Richmond, we're just going to have to go back to the drawing board, it sounds like. So that's all I got, guys. So, again, I will see you on Friday night and Sunday as well for more GGBL action. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, and peace.